Hey, you tourists. It's your boy Domination. Back in the basic. Chugging the deuce is how we do text, baby. Until chugging the deuce is how we do text, baby. Man of those back and doing this and this and this. Real man rise up. Fake man rise. Real woman rise up. Fake woman rise down. Practice, bread, preach, and preach on. And today's topic to talk about is the only place you ever gonna get it, 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 only place you ever gonna get it is Rapid Basic. Chuck of the deuce is how Texas baby man of those back. You know what it is, it is, it is. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Okay, today's topic to talk about is I'm gonna suppose Black Lives Matter. Yeah, it came from three women, and they all black women. Look, let me say this. I'm gonna say this to black men. It's time that we need to fight because we're the only race of men don't want to do that. No, they're afraid that we're gonna fight back. That somehow they're gonna put us in charge. Guess what? The word slavery is come from Slavs. They will never tell you that. They will never tell you that. Jews been enslaved, Greeks been enslaved, Irish been enslaved, Italians been enslaved, and last but not least, Slavs, Slavic people, and also Armenian and Georgian people. You look at this stuff, then you ask yourself. This is very fun. I'm gonna read this to you. The Black Lives Matter BLM is an wow. Black Lives Matter Black Lives Matter, excuse me. Black Lives Matter BLM is a international activist movement and originally in the black African American community that the campaign against the violence towards black people. BLM and you original regularly this is what I'm talking about. BLM regularly organized protests around the deaths of black people in killing by the law enforcement officers and the borderline question of the racial profile and police brutality and racial inequality in the United States in criminal justice system. In 2013, the movement began with the use of the hashtag Black Lives Matter movement on the social media after of the acquittal of the George Zimmerman in the shooting of death of African American teen Trayvon Martin, and the Black Lives Matter Black Lives Matter becomes a national recognized for its streets of Demon station to follow for the 2014 deaths of two African Americans, Michael Brown, recent in protest and unrest in Ferguson, and Eric Gardner in New York City. Yeah, it's sad. It is sad though. Since the since the Ferguson protesters and partly in the movement have in the domestic rate against the death of the number with other African Americans by police action or while in police custody, including for those of Italy of Rice, Eric, Eric Eric Harold and Walter Scott and Joseph and Falkley, Joseph and Force, man, I tell you, it came from three women. We need. I'm gonna say this to black men. We need to stop trying to let women fight for our battle. I'm sorry. We have to do it. You know what? They wasn't lying about this. They see black men as white men's bitch. And this is true. You can say all you want, but this is truth. White guys were willing enough to fight and kill. You mean to tell me You know what? We don't want to do it because deep down we look at these people and we saying ourselves, "Oh, these people are a part of us." Yeah, but here's the problem: if your hair ain't blonde and blue eyes and tall and slender, you're not part of the Aryan race. And I'm gonna tell you something else. The Aryan races come from Freemasonry, but you will never hear that from these other people. So don't give me that bullshit about the Black Lives Matter. The only time Black Lives Matter when they get killed by a white person. Well, when two black people get killed, they don't have nothing to say. Same thing, White Lives Matter. They're a goddamn joke. Those people, they didn't say nothing when that goddamn Sandy Hook stuff went down. Where the so-called White Lives Matter at then? No, the White Lives Matter when they scream like white lives when they get killed by hands of a black person. So they both full of it. And just Pharaoh and Sherilyn Sherilyn and Cheryl Binland. Okay, and Senator Cheryl Binland and Samuel Day Abode and Freddie Gray in the summer of 2015. Black Lives Matter, beginning to the publicly challenge challenge politicians, including politicians in 2016 presidential election, to the state the position on BLM issues. The overall Black Lives Matter movement, however, in the Dallas lives of network and having no a form of hierarchy or hierarchy. I'm telling you, I'm tired of this bullshit. I knew it came from women. I just knew that feminist is full of bullshit. Because my question is, were these so-called feminists when Anthony Casey, that bitch, killed her first child? They were nowhere to be found. Now all of a sudden they coming out. You know why? Because they didn't do what they've been told. Y'all better look up to this white guy because he even said the Ku Klux Klan is the people of Switzerland. He even said it. I thought the guy was full of it as a white guy, but man, he just came out of nowhere. If a white guy know about his own people, so what does that tell you? Whites, y'all need to start telling the truth if it's not true or not. Then tell me, if it's not true, then why do Hitler's wearing the black iron cross? You tell me. Tell me. Now, that's when Jesus was died on the cross, right? See, somebody lying. If it's white people are lying or black people lying, they better start telling the truth. I mean, this is some bullshit. I knew it came from a fucking female. I knew it was. And I bet you it's cooler than black feminists. They ain't give a damn about black men. As far as that fucking goes, they access the house. They access the car. They access every fucking thing. No, they don't want us to fight. No, they want us to be somebody's bitch. But you mean to tell me that every time go on YouTube, you can see white guys been hand-to-hand combat, fending themselves. But when we gonna do that? No, they're afraid we're gonna use that technician against them. They don't want that. No, Why you think they're afraid of Christopher Dorner? They got that guy and burned the out of the caves and got his ass because they don't want another black man like that. No, they know we're being lied to. White people, y'all. I'm gonna say that right now. Y'all better do the right thing. But half of y'all, I know y'all don't give a damn because y'all gonna go along with this stuff anyway because you live in fear. Black women live in fear. Black men live in fear. I'm not. I'm not afraid of these people. It is so fucking sad, but yet they decide it's the people who run the system. They decide to put Obama in office. Now they got an issue with him. But ain't Obama got a Caucasian white woman? Oh, I forgot. Nobody wants to mention that one. It'd be different. He came from a black female, but it didn't. It came from a white female. You know what? I am so tired of this. It is so sad that it made me want to say fuck Black Lives Matter and fuck White Lives Matter too, because it showed me that I knew and I knew it. I knew I knew it came from a female. I knew it was. Or a hierarchical art construct. Yeah, it came from a woman. Yeah. And I bet you include black feminists. I know it is because we've been taught that the black woman is the head of the house. So yeah, black feminists. But what have black feminists ever done for the black community? Matter of fact, there's a woman on YouTube. She said, "What have feministism ever done for black community? Not a damn thing." Y'all better wake up, sisters. I'm telling you right now, you're going to end up like that sister Whitney Houston. Oh, yeah, she died in the bathtub. They killed her damn daughter, too. You're going to be next. I'm telling you right now, if they get black females, no, after they get black men, they're going to get you, too. You can think all you want. I am so tired that we always do this. We always get the women fight our battle because they know damn well. I don't give a damn. I've been fighting before. I ain't scared to spill blood. We don't want to do that. Don't get me wrong. I understand violence is not the answer. I get that. But if we're gonna have this argument, then tell the military, hey, don't go to war. No, they're gonna keep going on and go to war. Tell the white guys out there, hey, don't carry no guns. You see what the hell I'm talking about? These people full of shit. But guess what? Who the founders of this? Leisha Ganzi. Yeah, Leisha Ganzi and Policy and Kora and Arpa and Tama. Yeah, these are women. And the guy named Sean King, yeah, he's September the 17th, 1979. He aged 36 years old. No, there's a real reason why we don't own no banks. There's a real reason why that we don't control a goddamn thing. And the reason why we don't control it, because it got a lot to do with the Freemasons. And anybody that denied that stuff, you better think, because they are. When I look up at Prince Hall Masonry, guess what it says? They don't exist. They don't exist. If these people are real, then why is it? And I'm gonna tell you, gay community. Let me say this. We know. We hear this from white guys. God made Adam and Eve, not Steve. We hear that a lot. We hear that a lot. Come on now. A man can't bring a baby out of female. The female bring the baby. But guess what we've been taught? We've been taught that the white guy is the original man. We've been taught that. And they Aryan too. But that whole Aryan is a myth. That stuff right there comes from the Persian Empire. Man, they really believe that. But you will never hear this from white guys. Oh, hell no. They'll shut the fuck up then. They'll talk about everybody else. No, they don't want to get murdered. I'm sorry. When are we going to wake up? All black feminists is about how white women get fit on the pedestal and black women can't get the pedestal. Why? Who gave it to her? The same people is the one who raping black women years ago. And you know who the man I'm talking about. No, white guys need to do the right thing if they don't want other people to look at them as racist. No, they don't want to do it because they know people in the background. Don't you do it. Don't be sided with them niggas. No, they don't. That's going to betray their own people. Do you think black people going to betray their own people? No. Let's be honest. And don't get me wrong, I don't know about hate anybody. I don't hate whites. I don't hate blacks. I don't hate nobody. But I'm sorry. Hate has been taught from the household. It's been taught. But nobody wants to talk about scientific racism. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody. How come CNN and Fox News, and I say fuck those motherfuckers, they own BET, MTV, and VH1. These are the same people, the one who killed Michael Jackson. And don't think they didn't, because they are trying their hardest. And Obama, if I was you, I stand up to my enemies, because I'm telling you right now, they're going to price in your head. They want to see you go down. See, if black men would have fought a long time ago, they would have never did this to us. I'm sorry. And to ourselves. This is the same Obama that a white guy called him a pussy on national television. Obama didn't say a word. Oh, but let it be Jesse Jackson said something about you. You heard up and say something. You see how black men been programmed? He been thinking that for some reason, I don't have no social. I'm sorry, man. You can't let somebody disrespect you like that. Let it be Jesse Jackson. When same Jesse Jackson saying if Obama talked down on black people, I'm gonna cut his balls off and set it on the air. Jesse had to apologize to Obama. For Obama, why you didn't make that white guy apologize to you? Because you know he don't give a damn. See, I pray, man. We gonna have to fight. I'm sorry, we might not want to do it, but we're gonna do it because white guys been fighting for years. You better ask the Russians, Germans, Irish, Italians. You ask all. They even put it in the goddamn movie. Say give it to the darkies. They animals anyway. Let them lose their soul. Italians even said they're in the fucking movies. It was on the Godfather movie. They even said it. What is that telling you? They don't like you. Simply because you've been told that you in other words, it got something to do with Darwinism. They're saying that you more like ape-like. What is ape? Oh, you mad and crazy. That's what they're saying to you. When they call you an ape, it means a monkey means you. They mocking you. They mock you. Mocking a man. They basically think you're not a man simply because they own a banking system. They profit wars. And they're going to continue to do that because they know they run the whole thing. And I ain't talking about your average white. I'm talking about the Rothschild, Rockefeller, all the wealth people who own this place. When black women going to speak about that? Oh, hell no. She won't say a word. Why? Because she want to go anywhere she wants. Black men can't go nowhere. Why? Because we don't own the car industry. We don't own the bank industry. Let's be honest. Black women are not being seen as spread. I am not saying they ain't, but I'm sorry. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. But let it be black men date outside their race. They got something to say. Oh, they bring up OJ. To this day, they still bring it up. They're going to keep reminding OJ to the day OJ is dead. To let it know it ain't going to happen again. But white guys, if we're going to have this conversation about that, stop selling chocolate in your country. Matter of fact, blacks need to stop drinking milk. As far as that goes, I'm tired of these people. These people right here, they full of it. They full of shit, bullshit. As far as that mark, and no disrespect. I am tired that we've been lied to. Y'all better do the right thing and tell the truth. Black men, I'm saying this right now. We need to fight. We're the only group of men who don't want to do that. No, fight is about expression. I even seen white guys taking guns away, doing all that. We should do that. No, the black church won't let us. Let us pray. And it's been owned by what? 501c3? Come on, hello? It's been owned by 501c3. It's been owned by 501c3. This is why I don't take black church seriously. If I can't take the white church seriously, what makes you think I'm going to... Look, I was baptized when I was a baby. We always been told that whites were the original people. We always been taught that. Ask any black man you know. Go to prison. They always say that we're more populated in prison than anybody. It's like they want us in prison. The way they saying it, like they trying to wipe us out. No, they racing us out. That's what they're doing. No, there's difference between white out and black out. White out is basically you wiping them out. You wipe them out. And in other words, it'd be no more whites. To this day, white people scared of this. This is why they always want to know what black men do in the bedroom. I always wonder why. Because they're afraid once you start having sex with their women, they're like, oh God, we in trouble. Yeah, because white guys can go out there. Everybody knows white guys are basically penis envy. Come on now. Watch porn, for example. I watch porn. I watch black men how they having sex with multiple different women, and I seen white guys having sex with multiple different women. But notice the difference between white men and black men, because white guys are still being seen, especially white guys. They still being seen. They the shiny armor type. They more like it's their duty to be a male. I know white guys like this. They really like this, but they can't even stand in a week for the toe tired sun. They still tanning. And it's not their fault they got skin cancer. It's just like they were born to have it. White people to this day still won't talk about this issue. These people came from the cold. They came from the cold. That's over there in Europe. Europe was a cold place at that time. Oh yes, Europe, it was basically a cold place. And where you find cold place at? Over there in Russia. Russia is very cold. Even in Canada. Have you now noticed that? Go to Alaska. Man, y'all better wake up, man. Because there's a real reason. White people ain't nothing but descendants from all the way from of the damn Night Templars. And who you think the Ku Klux Klan are reincarnated? It's the quote unquote Ku Klux Klan. Ku Klux Klan are the reincarnation of the Night Templars. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this one more time because I found it very funny. The Black Lives Matter. I realize they don't give a fuck about us. No matter how much they say they do, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna warn white people and gays and every other group. Y'all better start telling the truth if I were you. But I know you ain't gonna do that. If a black female ain't gonna do that, what does that tell you? Black women are aware that we don't own no banks. I am sick and tired that we use our women to get them to fight for us. No, fuck that. It's time black men need to fight. Because we've been getting our ass kicked too fucking long. I fight back. I had a white guy call me a goddamn nigger. You know what I did? I grabbed the broomstick and swole his hand. And I'm telling you, I've been warned for years, it's got to stop. Because black guys are getting tired of this shit. They're getting tired of it. Fuck all this stuff they tell you, oh, no violence. But guess what? Violence been around for years. How can people pledge allegiance to the uniform and then turn around and fight in other countries, invading the Middle East? How can you say that from anyone? We keep fucking with the Middle East. We need to leave their ass the fuck alone. But unfortunately, they keep on doing it. Especially in these Western countries. White people, if I were you, I would have left them alone. But I know y'all. Y'all don't give a damn anyway. Y'all love war. Y'all love that stuff. Y'all love to see people in pain. I don't want to see anybody in pain. Not no white men, black women, white women, whatever. I don't even want to see gays in pain, and lesbian, and Jews and Muslims. But when it's gonna stop? You gonna hit me? I'm gonna hit you back. If you don't want me to touch you, then don't touch me. How about that? Are we on the same page? I'm telling you, white guys, man, y'all cool in some ways, but some of you white guys, y'all go too far at times. Because you got to look at that. If somebody did that to you, you know you're going to fight back. And don't say you won't, because you will do it. Because let it be white guys disrespected. White guys have been disrespected, so you know how they should have known how black guys felt. This racism need to end and need to end now. But the only way it's going to end if they got to study the scientific racism is the problem. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody. Oh, that's too much truth. But I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show you. Tell me, if the Ku Klux Klan are not the original Night Templars, then why is it Adolf Hitler is wearing the Iron Cross. Yeah, let's look at the Iron Cross right now. I'm gonna question white people on this. White people, tell me the truth. Is it true that the Ku Klux Klan are the original Knight Templars? Because if I found out you're lying to me, I'll be on your ass. Real talk. Look at this. Look at what he's wearing. You can't tell me Ku Klux Klan are nothing but original Knight Templars. They trying to guard their money system. No wonder why they went to war against each other. And they went to war against other people. They want to promote the idea that Europeans are Aryans. But look where it got to them. I feel sorry for some white folks, but many of them, they will never wake up. They're just like black people. The night of the night of cross of the Iron Cross. Yeah, the Adolf Hitler is descendants of the goddamn Knight Templars. Yeah, look at this. Y'all keep denying it because I could have sworn I saw this symbol before. Even Triple H wore this symbol. Triple H, he was wearing it. Yes, and if he's German, and I'm gonna show you with the Iron Cross because after we're gonna go after Triple H because I ain't gonna stop expose this stuff until the death of me. I'm sorry. The Anti of Christ, a black cross. Yeah, the black cross, man. Yeah. What do we sing that symbol? The black feminists had the same symbol on this. Yeah, people. You can do the reading yourself. You can read it up because look what it says. I'm telling you, boy, I swear it, man. It's that the 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 Iron Cross, man. It's in Ukraine, Russia. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ain't Russia and Ukraine, they have issues right now? They can't even get along. They've been fighting each other for 600 years. They've been fighting each other for a long, long time. From their great grandparents, something must have happened over there in Europe that why they went to war the way they do. Don't get me wrong. Nobody deserved to die. No one. And white people have been through some stuff, just like we do. But it's a tonic order. Yeah, from the 13 centuries, 13 centuries. Yeah, the black cross is was also used as a symbol of the German army from the 871 to March and April 1918. It was replaced by the bar cross in 1956. It was introduced as a symbol of the Bud Light. Yeah, Bud Light, the beer. Bud Light. Bud Light. Yeah, Bud Light. Bud Light. The modern German and the force. Yeah, I see this symbol all the time. But it goes back to Tonic Sonic Nice. Tell me, white people, and that's in German Empire. If Germans ain't went to war against the Jews, it'd be always Russia going against the people of France. If it ain't the Irish people going against the people of Britain, it's always some over there. Then somebody went to war against them. We probably went to war against them. Ain't no telling it got something to do with the Moors. But I know what some white people gonna say. Oh, Moors ain't black, they're white. But if you look it up and more read, it's a cold war for black. There's a real reason the swastika, man. And it's a lucky, it's a suspicious subject. Meaning it's talking about a black person. They even show a black Jewish man in the border Even that scientific race, and it's showing a German woman, German blonde woman, and portrayed that she was an Aryan, a Nabic race, and it got something to do with scientific racism. That come from the Age of Enlightenment. When they talk about Age of Enlightenment, they talking about the Illuminati, the age of Enlightenment. So you know they talking about Lucifer. They talking about Satan. They talking about the demon, the God. But you will never hear Black Lives Matter speak about that. Oh hell no, they won't talk about that because I'm telling you something. I swear we've been lied to. But you will never hear this from Black church. You will never hear this from white church either. But you would think they working with the same folks. Oh, yeah, people. Let's look at the Tonic Sonic. Yeah, people. Tonic Sonic Night, man. Tonic Sonic. Tonic Sonic Night. Yeah, Tonic Sonic. Or, or related to the Tonic Sonic during the German branch of the Indo-European language family. The language of the Tonic Sonic. Yeah, but you would never hear skinheads and Nazis talk about this. They could talk about all this all day. But they're gonna say they don't have anything to do with it, okay? Yeah. We see this symbol before. And I'm gonna tell you something else. For anybody that think that these people are not the same folks, you better think again because they are. Black people intermix with them. Yeah, the sword fight. I went to medieval times, and there's a place over there in Dallas, Texas. Yeah, every year they got kids going to medieval times. Yeah, yeah, medieval times, man. But have you noticed they never put Night Templars in the performance? Yeah, look at this. Tonic Sonic Knights, the Holy Land, and the Bellic during the mid ages. Yeah, to serve as the crusade of the military order for the protect of Christians. Yeah, to protect the pilgrims. They throw the Knight Templars out of the people they throw them out. They throw them out of power of the Roman Catholic. Why they throw them out of power? Because they was worship strange deity gods. Same place that King Solomon when he married Queen of Sheba. Yeah, he had 700 wives at the time. The first temple, the second temple, the third temple. No wonder why every year they always support Israel. And I always wonder why. Because the first headquarters is it's the Knight Templars. Knight Templars' first headquarters over there. Knight Templars headquarters over there. Why we won't speak about this? It was founded 1190 in Acre, Israel, headquartered Austria. Alien glance the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Emperor. Holy Roman Emperor. We see that symbol before. Oh yeah, Adolf Hitler. He's a Tonic Sonic Knight. Him and Triple H, and their descendants. And Hillary just Hillary just compare it to Donald Trump to Adolf Hitler. But this is the same Hillary talking about she gonna wish death or kill Obama, so she can't talk. If you black women are that stupid enough to want to support her, you go right ahead and do so. But see, you look at your men like they ain't nothing. But you won't say that to a white guy. You wouldn't say that to an Asian man. You won't say that to other men. Why? Because you've been told, you know, it's sad. Even white women have problems with their men, but they won't say anything because they're going to butter up like a butter biscuit. We hear this all the time, but women have the power. They're the ones who want the kind of guys they want. Just like men have the power to make decision what kind of women that we make decision makers if we decide to get this woman or not. If that's the case, men and women need to stop having sex with each other if we're gonna have that argument. Oh, because if that happens, that means ain't gonna be no more babies. Women will have a fit if that happens. Come on now. Now don't get me wrong. Men did a lot of stuff. But guess what? Not only the black men is to blame of this, white guys are to blame of this too. Because they're the ones came up the term feminist. But white guys, they full of it. They complain about feminists, but they're the ones created it. They're the ones created it. How come nobody speak about this? They ain't gonna talk about this. They ain't gonna talk about this. I ain't gonna let somebody lie to me. I'm gonna say this, people, man. We better wake up and understand that this system was set up. It was set up by design, man. And you know what's so sad about this whole thing? You know what's so sad about this? We've been lied on. We've been lied on. We'll play along. We'll pretend. And yeah, Adolf Hitler is a tonic sonic knight. Yeah, they're descendants from that. They inspire of the tonic sonic knight. Their ancestors. The Order of the Brotherhood of Germans. Adolf Hitler and Hannibal Richard Hannibal are both deeply interest ancient. Yeah. Adolf Hitler. So you can't tell me they're descendants from those folks. And they were fighting with the Muslims. Who you think the Muslims they trying to fight with? If they ain't fighting with the Moors, they fighting with the Turkish and all this other stuff. How come white guys and white women won't speak about this? No, they ain't gonna speak about this. This is what the Confederate flag means. Comrade by oath. I'm telling you, that's what Confederate flag stand for. Combat by oath. Yeah, I knew it came from a woman. I knew it came from 3 black women who came up with this stuff. Anyway, man, I swear. Okay. The founders in the summer of 2013, after George Zimmerman and acquitted him for the shooting death of Trayvon Martin, the movement beginning with the hashtag Black Lives Matter. The movement was co-founded by 3 black community organized Lisa Galza and Paul and Cardenet and Alpa and Tom Mount. That's like an African name. BLM draw the influence from African American civil rights movement. Yeah, civil rights were founded by, let's say, by the Zionists. I'm sorry, but it's true. The Black Panther. I mean, not Black Panther. I'm sorry. The Black Power movement. Black Power movement, indeed. 1950s, the Black feminist movement. Yeah. You see the Black feminists? Fuck the feminists, man, because feminists came from man Charles Darwin. But you will never hear black women speak about this. No, they'll kill her before she say this. And white men, they'll kill y'all too. You know this. And white guys, y'all will get y'all tongues cut off. And black men too. But see, we ain't gonna never fight our battles. We always trying to get a woman fight our battles. But you notice that that white man don't get his women to fight his battles. You notice that? Now a lot of times they do. They got this blonde woman. I guess she's an Aryan, and they told her, "Oh, go on," and she a Fox News adversary. Man, when they gonna start telling the truth? When they gonna realize that this whole racism is a goddamn joke? Don't get me wrong. It's the scientific racism is the main problem. And upon Africanism and anti-part inhibitor movement, hip hop, LGBT, socialist movement, and Occupy Wall Street. Occupy Wall Street, that was about how they messing up these white white middle kids' money from it for got something to do with this damn wealth of white. But 1% of white wealth. This is why they always chant, "We are the 99%. We are the 99%." Well, who you think own these places? If it ain't owned by Rothschild or Rockefeller, it's owned by somebody, even university. And the guy who started that is Joseph Stiglitz. Joseph Stiglitz. Yeah, yeah, but nobody wants to seem to talk about it. You know, but white guys ain't gonna talk about the ninth heaven. Oh hell no, they won't talk about it. They ain't never gonna admit it. They will never gonna admit it. No wonder why blacks and whites go at each other the way they do. I never understand why. One thing about the white race and black race, the white race were rational. They were willing enough to die and fight and kill and to protect. That is them. White guys like this. They are really like this. They will die anything they love and to protect and kill and anything they love. All they know is what they have, what they got. Black people don't want to fight anything. We want somebody to save our goddamn communities. We the only people do that. But have you noticed it? When white people start fighting each other, you don't hear white people talking about getting blacks to save their community. Geez, I wonder why. Because they know that blacks are not into that. They're not into fighting like Europeans do. But because we intermix with them, somehow you're going to have their strength. I knew it came from a woman. I knew it was. Wow. Yeah. This explains it. I'm going to tell you what. I ain't going to talk about this anymore. Because I know what feminist is really about. You know what's really sad about this? I thought it started from guys, but it wasn't. No wonder why they show Michelle Obama a lot more. Because black men has been known for being a white man's bitch. And this is true. And I'm going to say this to black men. If you don't want to be a white man's bitch, you need to stand up for yourself. I'm sorry. Because they're going to tell white guys they're going to defend themselves against black men. You want to bet? Because don't tell me they don't. I mean, you got the gay lesbian community. But where these so-called gay lesbian community, they're quiet. They don't have nothing to say. Because they know the white people are homophobic. How black people are homophobic and they've been known open up for gays. But in the white church, they won't put no white gays in the white church. Hell no. They will hurt them and do something to them. They knew that black people are the most forgiving race. They're going to get tired of it. We're the only group. But yet they serve chocolate in their countries. You can explain this to me. No, I'm telling you right now. If they don't stop this now, black men gonna get tired of getting their ass kicked because they've been dealing with this shit too long. Then we gotta fight our own goddamn people. Because we kill other folks, and then you got the so-called Mexicans that think that nobody don't want them over here. But there was the whites will tell you can't come in here. And I do believe they use them for Mexican labor to make a North American Union that are RID chips and how they're going to close the damn border. Because they don't want no drugs flooded coming in. But drugs would shut in the CIA, FBI, all the rest of these people. They're the ones, the CIA and the FBI, they're the ones flood the drugs to make money. Let's look at the word drugs. If you look at drugs, the modalologist in English, in other words, drugs is thought to the originate from the old French of Drudy, and probably in derived later into a Drudeville vanity from the Middle Dutch, meaning dry barrel, referred to a medicine and plants, and referred to in them and the retrans of the cylinder of the level to the drugs, meaning in, intentionally and, and the ministers and administered a substance to someone offered without the knowledge, without their knowledge, and and a road later and provoke the psychoactive rather than the medical prosperity of this sun stance. Sun stance, yeah, means they want to escape. They can't function. They can't think. This no wonder why people do drugs. You always wonder. No wonder why they do the alcohol. Blaming on the alcohol, baby. Blaming alcohol. Yeah, you hear it all the time. This is why they're single mothers. This is why, because as long as you tell a woman what the hell they want to hear, but these thugs, they know what they're doing. They don't give a damn. That's just how they is. They will never change. They never will. I can't wait till somebody blow shots at them because they're the main ones. And I supposed to offend people like that? No, they just like the dog shit. Just kept on walking by. They are no different than these so-called racists. They so scared to go up to them, but you don't mind. You'll kill me before I say something about you, would you? Black black man, I know how we are each other. We'll bump each other just like that. We're ready to go. That's how we are. We like that. Black women do too. They can't stand their own men. They can't stand their own men, which is understandable because they've been hurt and been dogged. But it's funny that you never say that to other men because other men dog women too. It's not just black men. And white guys, they know this. They're not dumb. But soon when OJ come in, if OJ did it, he did it. It's not. But let it be a white guy and a black woman. If a white guy rape or kill a black woman, they wouldn't talk about it. But let it be a black man kill a white woman, rape a white woman, all hell coming loose. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. I'm not gonna make it seem like black men can't do anything because we do shit to other people do shit to us. Man, I want this stuff to change, but I doubt it if it's gonna be is. The Tonic Sonic Knights. Yeah, go look that up. Yeah, go look that up. Who the Tonic Sonic Knights are. Go look at the Knight Templars. Matter of fact, go look up the Knights of the Hospitars. They won't talk about this. The Knights of Hospitars. The Hospital of the Knights. Yeah, the Hospital of the Knights. Yeah, go look it up. Where do you think the American Red Cross came from? And these are the same people that steal money from Haiti and New Orleans and don't think they didn't steal no money. These are the same folks that created eugenics. They're trying to get rid of the Negro population and trying to sterilize black women, but they won't have no fucking babies. Yeah, they trying to say y'all, too many of y'all having babies. They think that we can't control our sperm, but they didn't say that stuff when Asian men or Latino men and Middle East men. They don't say nothing about those dudes. No, because they know they the head of their house and their community, but black men we're not. And the real reason why we're not, because we don't control the financial economic power. And the reason why we don't control the family structure is the quote unquote royal society family control the family structure from their community to other communities. You tell me there's a black banks. Let's look at black banks. If they work with somebody, oh, you'll see a white bank, but you never see a black, even if it's Jewish or not. Yeah, let's look up the black banks. Now, black might be independent, which that's good to start their own banks. But unfortunately, let's be honest, the banking is started off from the Templars. I barely, unless they independent and do their own thing. I barely and support black businesses for they trying to rebuild and build up Africa. Yeah, because they believe the all race humanity started from Africa. Yeah, they believe that. It's not Europe, it's not Asia, it's Africa. But they write about one thing. Nobody cares about Africa, and unfortunately, it's sad. I'm tired. I'm sorry, black men. It's time. We've been doing this stuff too long. I believe something tragic is going to happen, and maybe I'm wrong, but I know. So this has been going on for a long time. But you know what? There's a real reason why we don't own no bank. And they always talking about blacks getting free stuff. What they basically saying is they want us to work with them, but we can't work for ourselves. In other words, they're saying you can't do it on your own. They doing all the things for you. It's just like taking out the trash. If they tell you to take out the trash, what does that mean? They tell your father tell you to take out the trash. If that means you gotta able to take out the trash. You got to do everything what your dad tell you that you couldn't do everything for self. When you get freedom, you get something returned. You see how the system works? See, if they would say this and understand what it means, what's the difference between suburb and urban? Urban is suburbs and suburbs is urban. Suburbs is basically certain cities, certain areas. Urban is inner city limits. It's near the city, but it lives close away from the city. For it won't get near to the suburbs. For they won't commit no crime or none of that. This is why there's black flight to white flight. The black flight, when black people move into white neighborhood, whites got the hell out. Because they're afraid that it's going to put some drugs up in there. But ain't there people who are the ones flood the drugs in? Anyway, and this Occupy Wall Street went down, giving drugs, alcohol, liquor, and guns. Yeah, they want us to kill each other, but we won't kill them. This is why to this day, they're the only ones to arm themselves, fend themselves. Yeah, once you understand. Matter of fact, there was a book called The White Man's Bible. This is a white supremacist book. Yeah, it was the Ku Klux Klan and the skinheads and Nazis and all the rest of them believe this stuff. It might seem bullshit, but I swear to God, they really actually believe this. There are three mortal enemies: is Jews, mud races, and last but not least, niggas. Yeah, that's who they hate. Black Americans. Mud race is people who mix with black. It was a movie on Harry Potter when they show whatever her name was, Harry Potter's friend. I forgot. Miley. She was saying that saying something about whatever that guy's name Malfoy. He said nobody asked you anything. You filthy mudblood. Yeah, he said that to her. So you know what that means? That means her mother having sex with a black man. Just listen what they're saying. I found it very funny because what do you think black magic was about? Voodoo. What do you think white magic was about? Sorcery. From all the way to Africa to all the way to Europe. When they prefer, when you hear a white woman say, I prefer a chocolate man, what do you think she's talking about? She ain't talking about no Asian man, Latino man. She talking about a black man. That's what she talking about. You know how the women say, I like extra dark meat? When you hear a white woman say that, you know what she's talking about. You know what she's talking about. When you hear black men say, I love milk woman, they ain't talking about no black woman. They ain't talking about no Asian. They talking about a white female. When you hear white men say, I love chocolate women, they ain't talking about a white woman. They talking about a black woman. When a black woman say, I love a milkman is what? It symbolizes a white man. This is why to this day, I knew it came from black feminists. It goes to show you, black men, they don't give a damn about you. They really don't. Because if they did, and these churches, you need to look at these churches and who own these churches. You better look up all these food places. You better look up all these banks, and you got to question who owns this stuff. Only way you can beat them is economic, and what I'm saying is, you cash them system in, you cash them out, because they know this system is gonna collapse. They're afraid that's going to happen. You know how you can get them? Stop going their places. Stop buying their food. Stop doing all this. Now, if I stop playing games, then so be it. Because I know what these people are all about. But you will never hear these three black females speaking about this and social movement. Yeah, and Sean King, Black Lives Matter is a fucking joke. And Tea Party a fucking joke too. And that's been run by the Royal Britain royal family. But you will never hear them speak about that. I'm telling you what, poor whites and poor blacks, they playing y'all. But y'all so stupid. But I'm telling you who they play the most. The white female, they play her the most. But they play the black woman. White woman and black woman are just alike. The only difference is white women are more open and more freely of their sexuality. As long as they ain't too open and too freely of their sexuality. Big difference. Black women is highly aggressivistic of their sexuality. As long as black women ain't too, as long as she ain't come too aggressive and too aggressivistic of her sexuality. That's the big difference. Because black women been sexually exploited so much. This is why to this day they make sure she got to keep them clothes on. Just like white women. White women is like this delicate flower. She the most beautiful thing in the world, right? But any man that snatch her is gonna snatch. They're gonna snatch this man's ass. When we gonna wake up, man? When we gonna look at it and look at these politicians is nothing but playing games. They don't give a damn about these niggas in the hood. Matter of fact, niggas don't even give a care. They just get this look like I might as well die and die. No, you got to clean up your life, man. And these crackers, y'all something else. You think the whole world is every. You think the whole world a whole world to be near of your feet, but you wouldn't get it from other people if you couldn't get it from yourself. But you won't hear white guys speak about that in 2050 and 60s that the world is going to be brown. In 2050 and 60, they even stated. So how the hell we've been 13% of a population? Why you think they got a show called Orange is the New Black? They're basically saying white people just as going to much imprisonment as blacks. Look what they're saying. They talking about the bloody Irishman. Yeah, bloody Irish. Back then they couldn't apply no cats, no dogs, or no blacks, or the bloody Irish. They all been discriminated just as much as black. Even Jews went through it. The Asians, all these other ethnic groups. Even Russians should know what it feels like from their own people. Look at all this stuff. I studied the Moors, but I studied the Templars. Don't think the Nation of Islam ain't descendants of Moors, because they are. Even the Black Panthers, the Black Guerrilla Family, the prison gangster, imprisonment, criminal imprisonment gang, even the Aryan Brotherhood, the Hell's Angels, they're all descendants from so-called Templars. Even there's some people of Mexico call themselves the Knights Templars of cartels. Yeah, I guess they're descendants from those people as well. Yeah, this explains it. All I can say to this people, wake up, man. The only time Black Lives Matter if when they get killed by the hands of a white person. Nobody shouldn't kill anybody. I understand all that. People kill people for what? For happiness. That's why they kill people. But I saw this from a damn Batman Uprising movie. And guess what Two-Face said in the movie? He said this. You can die as a hero, or you can live forever to see yourself live long enough to become the villain. When he said that right there, I'm saying, damn. I said, no wonder why these thugs think like this. No wonder why they do the women the way they do. And women allow it because they sit up there and have you noticed they don't do good men like that? And I ain't giving up a fight. Damn, it need to change, man. I swear, you look at this stuff and you ask yourself. But see, they not interested in this stuff, man. They not interested. We'll talk about white people all day. But I know all white people ain't the same. But what white people are we talking about? Are we talking about Ukrainian? Are we talking about Russian? Are we talking about German? Are we talking about French? What white people are we talking about? But the whites, we won't talk about the people, those and whites in power. Those are the ones we ain't gonna fuck with. Oh, hell no. But we ain't gonna fuck with the blacks in power real, right along with whites. Whites ain't gonna do it either. They'll talk about the average everyday blacks, just like the blacks talk about the average day white. Most majority average of blacks, average whites are stupid as hell. They don't care about what's going on. It You have to care about your own self to live life, because change don't come like that. Most majority of black females don't care. And I can tell by the look of their face, the way they say it. But the thing is, they're the ones control the pussy, who they can give it to. I'm sorry, but it's true. You might get offended, but I'm sorry, I have to say it like that. White women the same way. But guess what? The word feminist came from this man named what? Charles Forward. I am really disappointed, man. And what's so sad about this stuff, but you will never hear this from Facebook and anybody else. It came from this man named Charles Forward, a utopian socialist and French philosopher, is the credited with having coined the word feminist in 1837. They will never talk about this guy. You white guys, you need your ass whoop on this one, because y'all the ones came up with this, and they need three waves. The first waves of women's suffering movement of the 1990s. The 19s, yeah, the 19s. It's about not time 1990s, the 19s, and the early 20s to the early 20th century. Promote women's right to vote. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the first one they need. The second wave was associated with the idea and actions of the women's liberal movement, and beginning in the 1960s. That's when feminists came in there, but it really was the 70s at that time. But it's been came around in the 1800s. That was in Great Britain and all this other stuff. Something must have went down over there, and nobody wants to speak about it. Nobody. The second way, the campaign for legal and socialist equals for women. The third way is the third way is controlling the nature of and react to the received failure of the second wave feminism, and begin in the 1990s. So that means it was a failure. It was a failure. It did not apply for women. They're trying to get women right to vote. It's the idea of women's liberation, women's liberal movement, free school for women. Right? This is why. Have you noticed when women go to school, they never pay? Why that's not been talking about? Why that's not been talking about? Unless she don't have kids, they might pay. But if she got kids, they do this for paying for her. This is why, man, this is y'all fault, because especially not just black men, but white men too. Stop knocking these women, dude, because all you're doing is creating problems. And I'm done, man, because why this not dressed? Why that's not been talked about? To equal pay, to own property, to receive education, to enter the contest, to have the equal rights within the marriage, and to have immaturely to leave. Feminists have also worked to promote the bottom and autonomous and integratedly, and to protect women and girls from rape and sexual sexual harassment and domestic violence. I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong, but it should have been women the one who got this term. It should have applied for them. They should have one should came up with it. Why it came from a fucking man? Because they felt bad for what they did to women. And the word rape means snatch it, grab it, and to carry off. is force. Snatch it, to grab it, to carry it off. Since the 14th century. So white guys been doing this for their women before black men did. See, carry off or by force. The original domestic violence come from the Neanderthals. How white guys used to carry they baseball bats and carry and drag their woman off their hair, riding off underneath off the ground. But you won't hear that. See, I don't respect no man rape women, but I know why they do this. They're doing this because they knew that women don't like sex. Men into it. Because this the man's world, right? But it wouldn't be man's world without a woman, without a girl, right? So that means the woman's world and the man's world. Women's world is all about girl power, men power to women, and all that. Men's power is all about dominant and dominacy and trying to rule and rule to society, man. There are men and men and women, prison rape. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even women get raped from other women. It sounds funny, but it does happen. And men's liberation within its aim is because the men are also harmed by tradition, uh, 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 gender's role. Well, guys, allow it to happen. Stop knocking these women up. Stop beating them up. Stop trying to put your hands on them. You wouldn't have this problem. And that's including white men and black men and other men, period. Otherwise, you're losing your woman. But see, you don't want her to have her because you continue to do what you want. I don't give a damn guys get mad at me. Say, I can't stand guys like you. And women will offend guys like this because how much they put into the sex. She's still with him because as long as he got money. But if it's an average everyday guy being himself, you're cute and all, but you're too nice. You hear that a lot. What's wrong being nice? But see, you can't be too nice nowadays because they see that as a sign of weakness. You got to be mean. But as long as you don't be too mean. Because if you're being too mean, they're going to look at it right there. You want to control women. But wait a minute. Ain't women really want control? Make up your mind. No, the real control, you control yourself. Men and women need to do that. But look at the word feminist. Why that's not been talking about. Whew, I swear, man, it's like it's something must have happened over there. And the funny thing is, it should have been a woman came up with the word feminist in the analyst and Wembley and Dudley in 1847, 1925 fought for successful for voting and equal rights for women through political and the feminist organization she founded. Yeah. So they trying to say she the founder of it, but why is it that it says came from a man? So they took the idea from a guy, huh? So you mean to tell me? See, and again, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone because you start to see why, and then you got Louis Wasselitz along with the other and Francis of the suffrage in 1935. The newspaper headline read the French woman must vote because what they did to the so-called French women. Maybe you probably think French men probably rape women to them and beating them up, doing the things they do. But wait a minute, ain't the guy all guys do to let women run position because they did that to females. I believe if men can change, women can change too. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Don't look forward to that. All people need is a hug in this world because you know what? You look at this stuff and you ask yourself, this is why most majority of people of 18 and all the way to not 18 to 15 to 20 to 25, y'all fucked up, man, in that age. But you know what? It's not your fault because a lot of times you live in a world that you're going to do what you want to do because it's America, right? You can do anything. But that doesn't mean you can't do everything. You got to take responsibility of the actions you do. And that goes to men and women. the photograph of American women replaced the men to fight in Europe. Yeah, in 1945. So that's been Hitler. Hitler speaking about women. But then again, but it's funny about Hitler because some of the German women been raped. Oh yes, from other men, even their own men. Look, I don't condone raping. It's not right and it's wrong. This is why rough sex came from rape. Now nobody wants to talk about what you think porn is. What do you think prostitution is? What do you think stripping is? If they really cared about women, they would have shut down porn industry a long time ago. No, they need it because to make money. To try to please men, they have to pay if you want some suffering now, including black feminists. Black feminists are joke just as much as white feminists. White feminists is all about how white women not being valued as a woman by their men, but how black men value their women to see black women as women. Even though they call black women manly, they call black women a loud, aggressive. You hear that a lot. Then you hear white women betrayed as being legal, dumb, blonde, and you hear them that the way they portray white women is basically too much easy to be easy to get into them. Don't believe that. Please don't believe it. Because they're trying to say she can sleep with any man and still get respect. No, don't believe that. That's going to be any woman. It's sad, man. It's sad because I look at the word feminist and now see what it's about. But see, CNN should have talked about this. But unfortunately, they're not going to talk about this. They're not going to talk about Wendy Williams will not talk about this. Oprah Winfrey won't talk about this. Hell, even white females. Even you think Hillary Clinton would speak about this? No. They will never talk about this. Never. They're going to keep their damn mouth shut. And it's sad, yo. It's sad that women do all this work for nothing. So that's still black. Men are still make more money, and men still make more money than women. Women only make less than men. Yeah, because men run the banks. That's why. It'd be different when women run the banks. That'd be different if they let her run a position, because they don't think she can do things on her own. Because men, the one create the money. How come white guys been taught to go to dunk hunting, cut the grass, mow the yard, and paint the fence, and doing all this? What they define men, they like to shoot stuff, they like to blow things up, they like to do all that. What do black men been taught from manhood? Black men are being taught from manhood how to, I don't know, because black has always been seen as negative. Even if it did something positive, it's always looked as negative. Because we raise and white people the way how they raise their point of view. They look at black men as basically drug dealing, hustler, gangster, pimp, and all that. But black men can do the right thing, they still seen as white. But if you do the wrong thing, that's seen as black. See, this is why we always say that you hear black people say this to African American, you think you're white. Basically saying that you got white European blood in you. You're not 100% black. But you never hear white people saying that, you hear white people say this with a white person that they'll call them nigger loving, mean you want to be black, but instead of want to be white. We better wake up and understand, because black and white are just alike. White men and black men are just alike. White men is all about it's all about power. Black men is all about respect. But white men want the same thing as black men, to want black men to respect them. What do black men want from white men? They want the white man's power. You see the difference? I watch movies for a long time and I see the same old, same old, same old, same old. Never change. Ooh, it's killed. I knew it came from a black females. I knew it came from a black female. I just knew. I thought it came from a guys, but no, it didn't came from a guys. It came from black females. Whoever that brother is, brother, you were right. It did came from black females. You were right about that because it referred to black females. Yeah, Trump, white lives matter. All Trump is basically saying white lives matter, matter only. I know what they're saying. See, this is why white guys, y'all in the situation y'all in the first place. Y'all like to fight, y'all like to kill, y'all like to do all that, but y'all like to do it in a way like to show that you run this world and you afraid you're gonna lose your power. Same thing my own. This whole Black Lives Matter, they're basically saying that when Black Lives Matter, they saying dark matter only. But thing is, every black is not dark. But have you noticed we integrate with other people? But you don't see white people integrate with other people. Why is that? And I'm gonna say this to blacks and whites. Fuck white lives matter. Fuck Black Lives Matter because this is a joke. This is a fucking joke, man. Because whites are just like milk and black are just like chocolate. They mix together once you do that. I don't care what white people gonna say all they want, and they talking about hey cops call a cracker head. I mean you gonna crack somebody's head. Anyway, you hear this from white people all the time. Black people, I mean white folks create everything. Come on. Black people took over sports. Wait a minute, y'all the one put blacks in sports. Make up your goddamn mind, white guys. Make up your mind. Now I see a white guy slam dunk. They trying to do like brothers. Not to say they can't slam dunk. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. Even if you put your hands up, they still shoot you. Even if you put your hands up. But if you put your hands down, they ain't gonna shoot you. Police came from ancient Greece. It came from Pluto. But it really came from police. You will never hear this from white guys. I'm just done. I'm just done because I know, because I suppose not just only the Black Lives Matter, I suppose the White Lives Matter because I see what it really is all about. Anyway, I'm just done. I ain't got nothing to say about this no more. And that's all I can say about that. It's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basics. This is our text, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace. I'm out. All right. Peace.